Welcome to SVG-TV News for Wednesday, November 26th. I'm Jimmy Prince with the details. The government is seeking to collect monies which are owed to the state by some big taxpayers in the country. So says Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who outlined to the media on Tuesday that the tax arrears of some of these big taxpayers exceed the government's arrears to suppliers. He also noted the amount of money the government owes is far less than what the big taxpayers owe. He added that they are presently carrying out forensic audits on a few taxpayers from companies which are not owned by Vincentians.
Companies from outside. We just a few days ago settled a big one. You know, in this case, they had to settle with us. The back tax bill of $19 million. We're not talking about small monies, you know. But that has arisen because we did a careful audit. And I want to congratulate the tax.
According to the Prime Minister, it yields greater benefit to the consolidated fund when focus is placed on collecting monies from the big taxpayers.
And we have a large taxpayers unit at the Inland Revenue, and we are working to make sure that we collect the money which is owed to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
December 17th is the date set for the laying in Parliament the estimates of revenue and expenditure for 2015. Prime Minister Gonsalves said the debate on the 2015 appropriation bill will take place on January following the presentation of the budget address.
In terms of travels, I have to leave on either the 6th or 7th of December for the meeting of CARICOM Cuba Summit on the 8th of December, and there's a meeting, the 10th anniversary of ALBA. That's on the 14th. So I'll basically be away really for that period of time.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has again lashed out at one of the weekly newspapers here for a front-page article dated Friday, November 21st, which stated that the new vehicle purchased for the use of the Office of the Prime Minister is bulletproof. Prime Minister Gonsalves told members of the media that contrary to what was published in the newspaper article, the vehicle is not bulletproof. He explained that the Toyota Prado was purchased through Silky De Silva at Star Garage. Dr. Gonsalves adds that the purchase of a bulletproof vehicle will signal that he is now fearful for his life. This, he says, is not the case.
I don't like vehicles which are tinted. And I complain all the time. And I've been tinted vehicles, I drive them a lot with the glass down. But to go about and call it a bulletproof vehicle, it's a suggestion as though I'm protecting myself from bullets from people and so on. It's just not true. And then the price of the vehicle, which he puts at $300,000. I've been told the vehicle is $170,000, $175,000. That's what I'm told is the price of the vehicle. Incidentally, that is what was budgeted in the estimates for the year 2014. It's in the budget.
Over 850 farmers have benefited from the Farmers Support Company's loans program since its launch in February of this year. According to the company, there are approximately 6,500 farmers registered with the Ministry of Agriculture, and to date, over 2,000 loan applications have been submitted to the FSC. Of the approved loans, over 80 are involved in livestock farming, while the remainder are engaged in banana, root crops and mixed farming. The company said some 3,475 acres of farmlands have been cultivated through the assistance of the Farmer Support Program. Manager of the FSC, Charlene Garrick, said that the company is the support local farmers have been waiting for. Garrick, however, noted that while the company caters to farmers' needs, they have an obligation to repay their loan in order for the company to be sustainable.
So for farmers who may have some difficulty for some reason or the other repaying, I would encourage you to come in, sit with us, let's work something out so we can go ahead and get that repayment going. Because like I said before, without repayment, the company is not going to revolve. There's not going to be any fund there. And the company is revolving. Agriculture is an ongoing process. And I know that once you would have received the loan once, when that crop has come in and you want to go further to expand your business, then you would need additional financing. And for that reason, once you've repaid at least 60% of your loan, you will be eligible to come and refinance that loan to get additional money so that you can continue to farm in, whether you want to expand your production, you want to go into different commodities, whatever it may be. But the company revolving depends on you, the farmers.
As it relates to repayment of loans, Garrick disclosed that there is a repayment schedule, and she is encouraging farmers who are not aware of it to visit the FSC office located at the Ministry of Agriculture at Richmond Hill to obtain such information.
We are here to cater for your needs. And with this said, I would like for the farmers to work along with the management team of the Farmer Support Company, because without you, the company cannot be sustainable. And for the company to be sustainable, it is in your best interest that repayments are done for loans that would have been issued to you, and not only repayments, but on-time repayments.
To expedite the loan process, the FSC's credit officers and agriculture extension officers have been meeting with farmers in their districts where loan applications are received and assessed. The Farmer Support Company's credit facility is capitalized to a tune of $6 million, received as a grant from Petro-Carib. Loans are disbursed at an interest rate of 2%. Meanwhile, international finance and cooperative development expert Evan Ose has commended the staff of the Farmer Support Company Limited for a job well done as it relates to the company's day-to-day operations. The FSC staff were on November 19th engaged in a one-day training which focused on microfinancing sustainability. The training, which was spearheaded by the St. Vincent Cocoa Company, aims to build the human resource base of the Farmer Support Company. According to Ose, the backbone of the FSC sustainability is the loan recovery and repayment.
We've had a lot of discussions and come up with a lot of ideas, nearly all of them from Farmer Support Company staff. Yesterday, that is November 19, we had a all-day workshop on the subject of financial institution sustainability, that is microfinance institution sustainability. And we're hoping that Farmer Support Company will evolve into such an institution so that it can serve over the long haul for the farmers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Once again, it has been my pleasure to work with Ms. Charlene Garrick, the General Manager of the Farmer Support Company, and her team. I am very impressed by their capability, and I look forward to seeing positive results in the future.
In other news, the portion of the Windward Highway, which was closed from Sunday, is now said to be reopened to vehicular traffic. This follows the completion of a new bypass road in the Argyle area. Last weekend, a portion of the road sank more than 15 inches, forcing authorities to close the highway on Sunday evening. According to Minister of State Julian Francis, this was to protect the safety of the traveling public. For the last 3 days, the traffic on the windward side coming into Kingstown was diverted to alternative routes for the completion of the bypass road. With respect to the situation of the damaged portion of the road in Argyle, SVG-TV News understands it is being carefully monitored. Women who are in abusive relationships are being violated in any way are being encouraged to come forward to get justice and the necessary help they deserve. The encouragement comes from Director of the Gender Affairs Division in the Ministry of National Mobilization, Polly Oliver. Speaking to SVG-TV News, Oliver says the situation is a very serious one and there are a number of places where abused women can seek help.
Okay, we are saying that for women, persons who may have been suffering from as a victim of violence, there are several places where your situation can be addressed. You can, of course, go to the family court, the police, which is the first point of contact. You can also visit us at the Gender Affairs Division, which is located between the Scotiabank and Centrex. Our telephone number is 453-2061, and we would be there to offer you some support and help and some guidance.
Meanwhile, President of the National Council of Women, Beverly Richards, says violence against women is one of the most common human rights violations and one of the least prosecuted crimes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
It is one of the most pervasive violations of human rights and one of the least prosecuted crimes. It is one of the greatest threats to lasting peace and development. I speak about violence against women and girls. I'm honored to be here to address this matter as we join with the world to advance human rights, the common values of humanity and democracy.
Vincentians are encouraged to show their support for the fight to end all violence against women by wearing an orange t-shirt any day during the week and to purchase an orange ribbon at supporting stores in capital Kingstown. Speaking at a rally held to commemorate International Women's Day, President of the National Council of Women, Beverly Richards, says it is for a very worthy cause.
You may pass by a window in Kingstown and see an orange ribbon hanging in the window. It is not a Christmas decoration. It is an act of solidarity by the business owners and their staff to say no, unite to end violence against women and girls.
Some news on drama now. The Girls High School Secondary retained their title in the 2014 Facey Trading Secondary Schools Drama Festival, which came to a close on Tuesday afternoon at the Peace Memorial Hall. Kristen John Dean has more results in this report.
For the second consecutive year, the Girls High School Secondary came out on top in the Secondary Schools Drama Festival.
I say this the last time. I am not going to leave it. What I have to find out is when my daughter suddenly gets possessed with some kind of madness, some phobia, which is something like this. I don't want to possess you, but if you want to help me, get this devil spirit out of you. Come, Juliet. Upstairs. I have nothing. I will deal with this matter. Upstairs! Out! Remember, it's something else. She could dread. My gosh, she dread up. Yeah, but what else you do? Me? Suppose your father really got you. I don't tell her already, I don't tell Miss Black. Suppose you can't like 2 years. I don't tell no teacher. I ain't gonna back myself. Then I don't tell my father to be me.
Thomas Sanders took the second spot in the competition.
I'm just checking up on you. But you make no difference. We have a half day. Who told you we have a half day? Oh, they tell me that. You go listen to David. Me? Boy, tell me we have half day. Shove it. So Jasper, what are you doing now? I do some more work. David, what are you doing? Where are you saying?
The St. Martin's Secondary had to settle for third place. Addressing the closing ceremony, Minister of Culture Cecil Mackey complimented the partnership between the Ministries of Education and Culture in hosting the festival each year.
All of the stakeholders and everyone who came together, especially the sponsors, Facey Trading, to make this event not only possible, but so far a success. Put your hands together for all of the collaborating parties. These two schools virtually face each other from a distance.
Minister Mackey says the exercise has much benefit for not only students but teachers and the schools.
But the teachers and the schools. So it is one we must encourage. In fact, this activity comes in the month of November, Tourism Month here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we have been focusing in a major way on the development of the culture and art forms in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You would know that the ministry concentrates on singing, dancing, the theater arts, drama, choral speaking, and those are some of the aspects that we concentrated on during this month of activities as well. Why are we doing this? We want to allow exposure for the students, for the teachers, and those involved.
Christian John Dean reporting for SVG-TV News.
The 2014 edition of Steel Expression, which is this year dubbed I Am Legend, was last evening launched at the Grenadines House in Kingstown. The annual event, that is now in its third year, is the brainchild of young Vincentian panist Rodney Small. It will be held this year at the Michael Finley stand at Annisvale Playing Field. Master of Ceremonies at the last evening's event, Marlon Joseph, says Steel Expressions is never meant to be just another show.
It was meant to be the show. A show of varied cultural content designed to satisfy your appetite for quality entertainment. And I believe that the previous two editions of Steel Expressions have delivered on that aim.
Founder Rodney Small says the event seeks to honor the legendary status of a number of international and regional icons, along with the living legends of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Small says the upcoming event will seek to raise funds for a youth development program that will come on stream in early 2015.
We see this program as impacting positively to help our youth channel their energies into developing themselves, their families, their communities, and of course, our nation. Representing our country internationally with honor and pride. Preparations are on schedule, and you could expect nothing but the best from my production team and the cast members. Support your own, and we would inspire you. Help unleash the legend. We would help to unleash the legend in you and help to build our legends. We expect a packed venue as many persons are calling and ready to purchase tickets. This is giving us the energy to ensure we deliver a top quality event.
Meanwhile, Fitzgerald Wright, country manager of Scotiabank, the platinum sponsor of Steel Expressions in 2014, says his organization is pleased to be associated with the event for the second consecutive year.
Because it falls squarely into our vision and our pledge to celebrate local culture as best as we can. Now, I heard accolades and wonderful things about what happened last year, and it would have been very remiss of me to not support this function again, because I also want to experience the wonderful things I heard about last year. And if it is that Rodney and his team attempts to deliver what they did last year, then again St. Vincent will be the wonderful beneficiaries of great cultural expressions. And what is pleasing to me is that Rodney has actually committed to donating some of the proceeds to charity, because we believe that's an important avenue of any production of this sort.
And representing the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture, Senator Luke Brown says it is important that Rodney Small is commended for the high standard he has established with the Steel Expressions event.
And to encourage him in his onward journey. This young man is obviously on a mission, a steel pan mission, we might qualify it, and he is putting his best foot forward and achieving great results, not only for himself, but for the art form, and he should be commended. Please give him a round of applause.